Can you see yourself in there? You have to look in this bit though. So once again, this could be a regular thing. Say, sup YouTube.
Sup YouTube.
Respect. Right. That is the challenge with trying to do videos like this and having a 3-year-old running around. She's here to cause havoc. Anyway, welcome to episode 9 of my YouTube photo prep series. This is a full prep update with a training session thrown in as well. So we have got legs this morning in roughly 40 minutes time. So I'm going to wrap this up, get changed, get my pre-workout in, head to the gym, go into a gym that's literally walking distance from my house. From my house. Gonna get a leg session in, gonna get that done in an hour. It's in and out, shake it all about. You do the okie dokie and you turn around. And then we'll do some sort of chatting about prep and the shoot and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, come with me to the gym because you'll like it. It'll be fun. Come on, let's go. Come on! Kiss. Mwah. See you soon. I'm going to the gym.
You're going?
Ah. See you, Prim.
Yeah.
Apple and mango. It's nice. This gets me all focused. I'm going to have to be focused today because this was going to be a solo leg session, but it suddenly turned out to be a session with the one and only Father Chip, aka Samiru Keeley. And I'm a little bit anxious. He's not the most supportive person.
I'm Leo Perry, coach.
To assist when you're trying to video. He does things like takes his clothes off. So we've got legs. In and out in an hour is the idea. Oh, I just love a bird singing away. We've got leg extension, lying hamstring curl, banded lying hack, a cluster set on the leg press, 45-degree hip extension, and then calves. Then we leave. So I'll see you inside. Red light on?
Yeah.
Yeah? Lovely. Now, for the watchers, would you care to explain why we are essentially banding this up?
Long story short, in the bottom position, the load is greatest, but the muscles we're trying to bias, the quads, are in their weakest position. So the likelihood of your body taking a path of least resistance and your technique breaking down and you won't be placing that load where you want it to be, simply by adding the bands and taking off load in the bottom, you create a more complete exercise so you can challenge the muscle more effectively.
Now get in and do a set and prove to us how well you can actually perform what you just said. To be me, essentially, is a privilege. Not making anything you say. The joy is I'm editing this, yeah. So I just cut out all the stuff you say. Leave all the good stuff in.
I cannot enough for the both of us. I can love enough for the both of us.
How'd you feel?
I feel like a warrior. Can't believe it. You had one job. Press the red button. Press the red button, Samir. Just press the red button. And then you record my set. You didn't record my set. So yeah, there's no footage of me on the leg press. I promise I did it. 6x4 cluster set. Disgusting. It's hot.
Got my Lucky Leonard t-shirt.
Yeah, you got my name all over your chest. Right, come on then, let's go. Let's go. Oh, that was the end of him. Yes, yes, you survived. To anyone that's always wondered what happens when you get pinned on the leg press, you've just seen it. It helps to have a sweaty back because you slide up like he just did. Oh. That was a delectable session, apart from the little hiccup where Samir got himself into a bit of a pickle. But overall, very good. Me and Samir, we both love the heat when it comes to lifting. There is something about when you're balling with sweat, you just have the sense that you're working harder. It's a little bit more grit about the session. I like it, as long as you're staying hydrated, obviously. Anyway, good session. Then I went straight to my place because I had to get my weekly check-in pictures done for my coach and for me, really, just to see how things are obviously moving along week by week. I'm very happy after the countryside time off that I had where food was increased. This week has been quite straightforward in regards to just getting back and just ticking every box as exquisitely as I've done at any point during this prep. And it's only now, and today's Saturday, it's only now that I'm starting to feel a little bit, okay, I'm feeling quite hungry again and a little bit lethargic is starting to sort of drag in. But the big news is the photo shoot has been booked. So Saturday today, tomorrow this YouTube episode is being released on the Sunday obviously, and it is 6 weeks tomorrow. So if you're watching this on the evening that I release this, 6 weeks time. Now what can you do in 6 weeks? You can do a lot. You can do a lot in 6 weeks if you give your complete life to the process, which is what I'm going to be doing. I do feel like a little bit of time off at the country has reignited the fire. So when coming back earlier this week, it honestly feels like I've just started prep for the first time. Really weird how a couple of weeks off can actually give you that long enough break psychologically to actually feel like you've started again. Really, really good. So these next 6 weeks, however testing they're going to be, then I'm just going to get them done with no questions whatsoever. There is this extra fire sort of within me that is just reignited so much stronger than there was before. And obviously that's mainly down to the fact that it is booked now and I've got a date to work towards. Very glad that I took this approach and I didn't book it in January when I began, because I would have booked it for May and I wouldn't have been ready. And I would have had to have pushed a lot harder, which could have been detrimental to the long-term result that I'm looking to achieve, which is, you know, after this shoot, having a really good relationship with my food, my training, and just being in the best shape of my life year round, which is really, really, really cool. And to be honest, I'm finding it relatively easy up here at the moment. However, actually hard it is to do, is up here it's quite easy, because for the first time in my life, in my first time in my 29 years, I'm actually really proud of my physique. But more importantly, I'm proud of how I've got there. I've dieted, as you know if you've been following me for a while, I've dieted many a time growing up. And it's an eye-opening, really satisfying feeling to know that you keep falling down, you keep getting back up, you keep learning, you keep fine-tuning the process, and you can get to that overwhelming sense of, do you know what? I can do this. And I'm actually not disliking the experience while doing so, which is a massive part. Dieting doesn't have to be horrible. Don't get me wrong, it's going to be challenging. Of course it is. You know, if it was easy, we'd all do it. But it should have a level of enjoyment with the process that comes along with it. So, I'm like I said, I'm enjoying it. 6 weeks to go. I'm looking to realistically take off 4 to 5 kilos from where I am now, which is gonna essentially just bring in my waist. That's the main thing that I'm looking at. I want to bring in that waist, give myself a little bit more of a V taper, and then obviously a few other things will start popping within the physique when you start taking that extra 4 or 5 kilos off, which is quite a lot with the condition I'm at now. So that's it really. So episode 10 that's going to be coming up next week is completely different to any episode so far in this series, because me and my best mate Rory are going to Wales to do a charity challenge. So we are raising money for breast cancer. We are trekking the Welsh Three Peaks. It's going to be a 4 a.m. start and probably a 1 or 2 a.m. finish the following day. So over 20 hours worth of walking up and down 3 mountain peaks, whatever you want to call it. The link is in Rory's Instagram bio here. So head over to his Instagram, click on the link, donate whatever you can. You massively appreciate anything you can give. So yeah, it's going to be a completely different spin. Look forward to that one. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for the support you all shown me up to this point. The messages I'm receiving on Instagram and just everything, it really does help. It really does help. So thank you. Keep it coming. Have a glorious day. And I will see you in Wales. I'll never be one to do accents, but I'll see you in Wales very soon with all the sheep.